Okay, so I've been very busy with poor little Johnny. I haven't been making videos recently, updating the progress, but I have been busy and you're gonna see it in this video. So, this video is basically just to provide a bit of motivation for anyone who's wanting to record original music and write original music. I am no special musician, I'm just an aspiring artist, and this is my first foray into making, writing, and recording, mixing my own music. So I've made a couple covers in the past, and that's a great starting point for anyone looking to record original music and make albums and release songs. Is record some covers first and get the ball rolling, show that you can do it with someone else's material, and then you start to do it yourself. So it's a bit of motivation. This video is completely unscripted, so I'm just turning the camera on and we're seeing what happens. The last time, you can go and watch the previous video in this playlist in the Making an Album at Home. I think it's titled something like that. The 12-string blues one. And you can see at the end of that video, if you skip right to the end, you can hear what it sounded like the last time. And now I've added in all the vocals, mandolin, I've started mixing it. And I'd say I'm like 95% done. So trust me, if I can do it, you can do it, because I am no special musician. I can barely improvise, I don't know the modes. I don't know how to construct seventh chords and stuff like this. My theory knowledge is terrible, but one thing I do have going for me is I've listened to a hell of a lot of music. A hell of a lot. I play multiple instruments, as you can see behind me, so that helps with the self-producing, but it's by no means necessary. If you can play keys, you can play every single instrument in the world using virtual instruments, so keep that in mind. If you're a guitar player, you can get around it. You can use textural kind of ambient stuff and create instrumental guitar tracks. So there's no reason why you shouldn't be creating today and adding harmony into this beautiful world, creating music that will inspire the next generation of artists and just bringing music back, man. That's what this channel is all about. We're going to bring music back. So I just hope that I can inspire one young musician or up and coming musician by sharing my process, and hopefully they can create some inspiring art and the dominoes will fall. And it's just a process like that. So without any further ado, let's get into Poor Little Johnny and what I've got so far. Okay, so let's get into Poor Little Johnny. Let's hear it. I'm just going to play through it entirely, and I'll just make a little couple notes as we go along, but I don't want to keep chopping and changing it. So here we go. So this is the intro. Got a little shaker part, acoustic and some whistles.
Poor little Johnny, he's out on his own missing days. He was welcome and warm. Poor little mama back home, she's feeling lonely alone. She's feeling lonely alone.
And the harmonies.
Oh no, no. Home, home, home. Once he feels that he's there, the dangers of his past will disappear. Oh, little Johnny, he's looking for somebody who'll help him along. Poor little Johnny didn't know what he was doing when he split and left off of the road. Oh no, no. Home, home, home. Before he didn't know he was there, but now that he's left, he's full of fear. Poor ideas for him yet. It tells him, oh no, no, you gotta fight some more. You gotta stand up, little Johnny boy. It tells him, oh no, no, it ain't what you perceive. You're just doing it to yourself. Can't you see that you were meant to be free? Now little Johnny always happy with himself because he found out where he belongs. Now little Johnny, oh, he finds it pretty funny that he once was stuck writing at home. Oh no, no, Johnny found his own way home. Praise little Johnny boy, and to the world for letting him know.
Now, I don't know about you, but I think that's a pretty good song. I'm very happy with that. I know it has been about 3 months' work now, has gone into this one song. And trust me, that's only been like maybe 10 proper recording sessions. It's really tough just getting to record. Building up the habit and getting used to the recording process and things going wrong and coming back from it. It's really tough, actually. I'm surprised how long this took. I thought I would be done quicker, but as the album progresses, I think I'm going to get quicker and quicker and quicker, and the songs will be less complex. I got a bit carried away with this one, I must admit. So let's go through and just have a look at the different sections, right? So I had this at the start, right? And we just started out with this. If you go and watch the first video, it's literally just this. So I'll play what it would have been right at the start, right? And this is all I had, was just this. And this eventually. So this is what it started out, right? Like, and it's still nice, it's well recorded. But I mean, compare that to what it sounds like now, right? It's huge.
He was welcome and warm. Poor little mama back home, she's feeling lonely alone. She's feeling lonely alone.
And yeah, there's a really nice little bass part, and then it's stuff like the 12 string coming in here, right? So I'll play it with and without the 12 string.
Oh, no, no.
Okay, and then with the 12 string.
Oh, no, no.
It's just beefier, right? It's just bigger, it's beefier. There's two different sounds, so there's the normal acoustic in the left speaker and then the 12 string in the right. And the mix just explodes, you know? Having these different sounds coming at you, playing the same thing, but in two different speakers with two different sounds, it just sounds huge, right? All these frequencies start working together constructively, which is amazing. And then stuff like the mandolin, right? So
Once he feels that he's there, the dangers of his past will dip.
I'm not even sure if you can hear that, but just stuff like that, very subtle, sitting in the background, right? It really adds so much. And I just want to play you the percussion as well, what I eventually got. Wait, 2 secs. It's just quite groovy, right? So once you get the all these kind of parts working together, the mix really starts to come together. So you can do this with virtual instruments, and I just want to again motivate you that this is possible. I can't believe it either. Trust me, it's surreal to have this song sitting in front of me, kind of finished. You know what I mean? I've always dreamt of writing and recording my own music, and it's always been my dream, and now it's kind of coming together, right? So it's just awesome, and I really want to encourage you, if you're watching this video, you probably found it because you're a home producer, right? And I think all of us struggle with the curse of having to overcome our resistance to creative work over and over again. And trust me, it doesn't get any easier. You just get used to it. And you're able to tackle it better and better each time, but it's still hard, okay? And as our skills increase, you know, we're gonna have to overcome greater and greater challenges. So yeah, it's a task being a home music producer, I must admit, but I think it's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. I nearly started crying one time when I was sitting here just listening to it, like, oh my god, I'm doing it. I'm actually doing it. I'm recording my own music. This is mine. It's art. Like, I actually think this is powerful. It has something to say. I know it's just a whimsical song about a guy called Poor Little Johnny, who's actually me. So yeah, I'll tell the story of this song actually. So it was when I first moved to Manchester and I first started writing songs, right? So this was about 2-3 years ago I wrote this. And I should have recorded it back then. I think I attempted recording it, but it never came into anything. And I'd obviously just left my family home. I'm now back, but I was feeling a bit homesick, obviously. Poor little Johnny found his way home. So the story's about me leaving home and all the trials and tribulations with that. Lost love, you know, thinking of relationships I should have had and stuff like that. And eventually the song, when you get to the bridge, it starts talking about, you know, it's like you had it all along. You found your home.
Oh no, you gotta fight some more. You gotta stand up, little Johnny.
So I'm kind of speaking to myself here, right?
It tells him, oh no, no, it ain't what you perceive. You're just doing it to yourself. Can't you see that you were meant to be free? Now little Johnny always happy with.
Because the first verses, like verse 1 to verse 3, are all kind of talking about how you're sad that you're leaving home. And now after the bridge, that's like the transitional point. And then verse 4 is kind of like, you found your home, buddy. So it's just me kind of speaking to myself, I guess. So let's just show some of the vocal harmonies, right? So we've got the lead vocal is this.
Oh no, no.
And obviously I wasn't satisfied with just that, so then I add these vocal harmonies.
Oh no, no.
Very subtle, right?
Home, home, home.
And then we'll go to the next section.
And once he feels that he's there, the dangers of his past will disappear. Oh, little Johnny, he's looking for somebody, somebody.
I love that so much. So let's listen to them in kind of isolation, right? So you'll see, if you can see on the left here, I've got them called like harmony 1 double. And what I've done is I pan the first one to the right and then the next one to the left. So you've got this huge kind of stereo field. It sounds like a choir. So we've got this vocal.
Once he feels that he's there.
I'll take out the lead. So now we're just hearing the harmony. Okay, and then we've got super high, and then we've just got this lower one, harmony 3. And then in one of the, so harmony 3, I have like this little, I bump it up. Disappears. Whereas the other double doesn't do that. So it adds this kind of harmonic complexity to the harmony part. And this I just came up with it when I was recording it. I just heard it and I was like, oh, that'd be a cool idea. So these things will come up. Oh, we've got another one. So then harmony 4 is just like a little walk down. And again, it just adds harmonic complexity. And then you'll hear that I kind of hold on to it so that it comes into the second verse. So you can hear it just in the background there, but it kind of... See what I mean? So I just try these things out, you know, if you're recording. I'm not like some mad singer. What I did was I just sang along with my favorite guitar solos like Jimi Hendrix. Just stuff like that. And this teaches you to learn basically how to sing harmony, how to sing falsetto. So that's a little tip, is just try and sing along with your favorite guitar solos, because they'll go really low to really high. The guitar has a much wider range of possibilities than most people's voices, so I'm very grateful that I did that in my youth. Yeah, so let's go into this. So we've got this kind of, yeah, I'll do this one first. So we've got this kind of, and it sounds like it's so complex, but it's really nothing. Like it's let's have a look individually.
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for another thrill. Poor little Johnny thought he...
So then that second one just kind of...
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for another thrill.
It adds this weird kind of like minor second, major second, minor third sound, I guess.
Poor little Johnny thought he found...
It's actually quite dissonant there.
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for another thrill.
It's really nice. And then I've got just a double track, so this is just double in the main vocal.
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for another thrill.
And then I've got this really high one.
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for...
And that just plays the same note over and over. It says, just like that.
Poor little Johnny thought he found himself a girl, but she was looking for another thrill.
And then I do the same thing in the next part, but then I've got this harmony up here that you see. So I'll just scroll along. I think my head might be in the way.
Poor little Johnny shook a fist at the world. How dare it make him feel so disturbed?
And with all these harmonies, you can kind of hear that they're very in the background, right? They're not too up front. And I found this, my musical mentor, Alexei, hope you're watching, bro. He kind of helped me out with this. And it's like, sometimes the vocals, the harmonies anyway, shouldn't be that present. They should just support the main vocal. So the harmonies, although they may sound very angelic and nice, sometimes it's not the best idea to keep them that up front. So the rest of the harmonies are very similar. I've just got this kind of... So let's go to the bridge.
Tells him, oh no, no, you gotta fight some more, you gotta...
So it's just two vocals, right? We've got... I think it's like a perfect fourth interval. So
tells him, oh no, no, you gotta fight some more, you gotta stand up, little Johnny boy.
And then what happens here is you'll see that I've got a bunch of vocals underneath, and these are all just doubles. So these two down here, bridge harmony 2 and 3, are me singing the high part twice. So now I have the high part 3 times, because I've got vocal bridge 2 and then bridge harmony 2 and 3 are all the same. So
it tells him, oh no, no, it ain't what you
and then bridge harmony 1 is doubling the low vocal. So it just makes it huge. So you'll hear the difference of, and then what I do is I pan them right and left again, but the main low vocal just stays right down the center. So with the high vocal you've got one center and then one right and left, and with the low vocal we've got 2 just right down the center. So you'll hear the difference.
It tells him, oh no, no, you gotta fight some more, you gotta stand up, little Johnny boy.
So that's 2 vocals, and now we've got 3. Now we've got 5.
It tells him, oh no, no, it ain't what you perceive, you're just doing it to yours.
And you can hear it's just massive. And then I go a step further, because I just couldn't get enough, and do these. So when we go to the free part, I add a bunch of harmonies there.
You were meant to be free. Now little Johnny always happy with.
And then I just have them kind of taper off, and I think that sounds really good. So I'll just play you just the harmonies here because they're quite nice. And I'm not like sitting writing these out, right? It's just trial and error. I just keep trying them, and then eventually something sticks. And I'm like, right, that's it. I'm sticking with that. But yeah, it's quite tedious recording all these different harmony parts, but it's worth it. It's worth it. I honestly, I'd say just go for it if you can. So what else do I want to show? So we'll go away from. Actually, we'll stay on the harmonies just now. I want to show the reverse harmonies, right? So I've got... Basically, I was very unsure of what I wanted to do for pre-chorus 5. You'll see here. I need to keep remembering that I'm sitting up in the top right of your screen. So we've got my... It's the exact same harmony part, right? So I'll play. Oh shit! I'll play this. It's like the home bit, right? So it's like this.
Oh no no.
But all I've done is kind of reverse it. So the Beatles and stuff like this use these techniques all the time. Jimi Hendrix, they would reverse the tape and play it backwards. So. I was just experimenting, and I just think that sounds so cool, so I kept it in, but it was just an experiment again. And then we've got the outro vocal.
Oh, little Johnny, yeah, he found his way home. Now poor little Johnny boy, yeah, he found his way home now.
And I just want to mention that I didn't record it like that first time. That is one of many takes that I've spliced together. So this is another little technique that you can use. If you see, I go to playlists here. That's how many times, sorry, you can't see that. So this is how many times that I recorded that one vocal. And I just kind of spliced them together from my favorite bits of each one. So that's a technique that you can use as well. Don't think that your favorite artists, I mean, probably the ones in the 70s and stuff, they were doing it with minor overdubs here and there. But a lot of your favorite artists will not be hitting their vocal parts first time. They'll be splicing it in and out, because why not? We've got this technology, we might as well use it, right? So I'm running out of time. I might come back to this video, But for now, yeah, that's just an update of where I'm at with Poor Little Johnny. It's pretty much done, and yeah, I'll get back to you once I'm completely finished. I think what I'll do is have a dedicated video showing the entire mix as well, and my mixing decisions and stuff like that. So watch out for that if you like. But until then, just create. You know, if you're wanting to become an artist, the time will never be perfect. So please just take 1 hour today and write something. Just go for it. Try and spend 1 hour a day doing what you want to do for the rest of your life. So yeah, the time will never be perfect. So create today. Peace.